Hello, this is Priscilla Batzell. I'm in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio. This is a 16 by 20 inch canvas that I have some sidewalk chalk on. And I sort of blacked my edges, but it was like the wrong black paint. But I just wanted my edges to be dark. If you can notice, there's pretend clouds up here and stuff, and this is where my sky area is going, and that's basically all I'm intending on doing right now. I'm going to use some Frosted as a background. And then I'm going to put some other colors over on top of it. I may put them in a dish and dip my spatula into them just to make them work. This is not anything more than a background for a sky I'm intending on installing. But let's grab my dish just because I can. I'll put some Midnight Shadow in. Frosted and Midnight Shadow are both Prizm pours. I'm a Colourarte affiliate. So I'm going to use some more Frosted. I'm thinking a lot of this black iris lately, even with that sort of color. If I add a little bit of distilled water, and I forget between one day and the next to shake, I will get a little burst of color. This is some Sea Dancer, which is unexpected, but I think it will blend in just fine. And as I dip into that puddle of paint, we'll decide what happens. But for right now, I'll see if this is enough paint. It has to obviously darken up quite a lot, so I'm very tempted to just go ahead and put another line of the Midnight Shadow right across the top, and a whole lot more of this. I mixed up 2 batches by accident, so I have plenty. You can see how sheer it is because you can see the sidewalk chalk line right through it, which I'm kind of hoping will disappear. If it doesn't, it hardly matters because I've got other plans I'll tell you about as we go along. Alright, so I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. But instead of putting it across the top, I'm going to try and drag it across the top and see how that works. I'm not sure how that's working at all. Might be one of those start over moments, although probably not doing that. I'm inclined to add some deep amethyst, so let me find that. And that I know, either that, you know what? I'm going to use some Indigo Violet, because I know that's dark. And I could have mixed it with some black, I suppose. I'll put that over there in case I want it in a second. So I'm just going to mix some of that. I'm just going to mix all of that. And it won't mix perfectly, which is preferable to it mixing too much. I'm not sure I didn't use too much of the Frosted in the background. But I am sure it's going to look like a night sky if I can get it all added to the sky. And then that'll leave me room for doing my lacy, come on, stop dripping, my lacy bottom. And it will dry a little darker. It's kind of neat having the Frosted behind, because as long as I'm cautious and thorough and even with my strokes, I know I'll have enough paint on. But if I dig in too deeply, I go right down to that other color. I like that Indigo Violet. Do I have enough? I'm not sure. I think I left it out for a reason, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Good color combination for sky, I think. I'm going to turn that right around for now. I thought about putting a large solar, I thought about putting a moon in the sky. But right now I'm noticing if I want that ethereal look, that all of that's required is that I dig down to the frosted I put underneath. And I want to go further than I need to. I want to cover more canvas, so I'll just try and use all of my paint up. And I won't worry about it because I'm sure something on the bottom half will cover my extra. That looks like moonlight shining through sky. That's what I think. That's what I think while it's upside down anyway. And of course there's no frosted. What is that? That is cause for, oh, I know where all my tweezers are on the bucket. Tweezers on my Amazon link. Good investment. Investment in sanity. Because there's always something in the paint. Always. Let's see what that looks like straight up. I'm not that unhappy about having blacked my edges, I gotta say. I might still want to tap a little color on there, but I've got drips going down over the side. I've got color on my spatula. I really like that Sea Dancer in there. I can just keep wiping it across. I think it's time to get rid of that little bit of canvas showing. Because I might just cover the part that's left exposed. And it wouldn't look bad if I put a moon in there, especially with the clouds already in place. Because that is what the moon looks like, as far as I'm concerned, when it's shining through behind clouds. So I will be back when this is dry. I'm going to spare you taking the paint off my spatula and wiping it on the edges. So I'll see you in a moment. I'll be right back. I'll fix that up there too. Well, I'm back, and that's kind of amazing because it hasn't been a couple of hours and this painting is dry enough for me to work on. So I'm going to work on it. I'm going to try anyway. I'm going to use my Amsterdam Black. I've got edge catchers. I've got all my paints ready to go. I'm going to use some Black Iris, some Indigo Violet, and I may come back around. Here's a little True Silver. Little Deep Amethyst, which I should probably put on top of my greens. But I'm going to come back again, like I said. My Indian spices being fussy. I need enough paint to cover. So I'm going to use a little bit of Chantilly lace this time. No rhyme or reason. little bit of Wild Orchid. Some Emperor's Gold. I've got Sassy Sprayed I'm trying to use up. Occurs to me I wouldn't mind some Royal Sapphire, but I've got this Peacock and that'll do. That ought to be filled up. I'll probably hit it again with some more purple. Got spatulas ready. I think I'm going to get these out of here. I've got edge catchers ready too. Come on. I'm going to let my paint go a little bit down toward both sides. See if I want to put more purple on now or wait. Thinking I should start the middle out, but I've got to spread it into the right configuration. So I think the largest spatula I've got is a good start. Hopefully I have enough cell activator, and I think I do. No paint chips though. I may fix the sky. I may do more to the sky. Alright, I'm going to be tipping this. I could probably get rid of the rest of that. Maybe I ought to even wipe it off. I'm thinking I want to just tip all of that down to the other side right now. I kind of like to have a short edge catcher, and I had one. There it is. But I gotta turn this around to use it. Rock it so it covers the edge. Hope I'm not leaving a green fingerprint in my sky. I'll take care of the other one when I get to the bottom. Looks like I have a lot more paint than I anticipated. I'm going to put that in the bucket. Grab my edge catcher, make sure my fingers aren't too sticky. Get ready for whatever's coming my way. Now I could just leave that off, but if I need a place to put it down. That's cool, that blue stripe across the top. I think it's about to go though. Let's just leave this right in position so I can use it to dump paint onto. I haven't done anything like this for a long time. Well, until today. So that's covered that entire edge, which I might want to continue to take the drip off of. I do wish I'd put more purple in. I see a couple things I probably wouldn't mind getting out. I've got a collection of paint from the last painting too. I'm going to let that go right upside down in case it wants to move up, and that would be okay with me too. It's slow but steady. And I think I'm going to like that. I could always put another bead of paint across the top if I didn't like that one gold spot that's bugging me. But I am thinking about taking this edge catcher right off my turntable and having a look. Now I've got an OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatula. And no more need for this paint, which is taking up space. If I can get it out of here, I will. It'll let go, thank you. That'll give me the opportunity to take some of this paint right off this edge catcher. Put it right on the painting, which is pretty good texture. And I see I have a big bubble. And I'm ready to put a moon in that sky, but I'm not sure I'm going to do it right this second because that might not be my best bet. I kind of want to put some, I kind of want to put a moon in the sky and also put some clouds across it. I'm wondering if I can get any more mileage out of my paint. And I think I can. As long as I don't stick my knuckle in it again. I was thinking originally I'd go up here and take that gold and that white spot that didn't get swiped out, but right now I'm not too worried about it because I'm going to pounce on it with my spatula. And I might still go over here some. Because I've got the paint, why not use it? Waste not, want not, right? Cool. Now I want to kind of move that out of the way also. Throw my spatula in the bucket. Contemplate what I might want to do other than torching and looking for anomalous objects. I'm going to stick my finger in that white so it goes away. I don't really want any snow-capped mountains tonight. And any paint I see that fell down is a good candidate to go on the edges. If there's any missing spots. Oh, it looks like that's That's a weird spot. So let's give it a quick torch. And maybe I'll just let it dry overnight and come back and play with the sky tomorrow. I think that's probably a safer bet. Alright, I'll see you guys in a second. And it'll be tomorrow then. And I'll probably say so. Hello. This is dry now, and that green that you see in the center is just a thought. Here's my spatula. I had some spare paint that I put down on a silicone mat, and I wanted to see what it looked like. You gotta be careful about doing that to a painting. If it's not there very long, you're safe, but if it's there overnight, you could lose some of the paint on your painting. So I like the idea of that because it looked to me like a lake or water. But I also want, now that I see the sky, to change the sky. So I'm just going to add some colors and keep adding some colors until I get something that I like. And I'm going to start with some Plum Blossom, which is a primary element. And put a little black raspberry in there, which is a Prizm pour, taking that lump out. And it occurs to me what I want is Carnation, which is another Prizm pour. I won't overdose it yet. And to all of that, I'm gonna, my Chantilly lace has decided to be problematic. Put some of that on top. Usually I put it down first, but I've learned that it creates a resist. And it may still do that, but it'll be having to work hard at it going through. So this is my Jasmine, another primary element. I'm just going to put a bunch of colors down and then spread them around and see what happens. This is another one that's closing up. This is my Wild Orchid. And I figure if I put colors in the sky, I need to put them in the area that I thought of as a water feature. Looks like some of the green's stuck already. So I'm just going to keep stealing that color. And using my Oxo Omelette Turning Flip and Fold spatula to thin it, add it across. And I know it'll, wow, that's a lot more than I anticipated. But I think I can work with it. I might want to put some of it over the edge. And keep making sure that the little lumps that show up, I pull out. See what I think of this. Might want to put some more Chantilly lace in the top half, since most of it seems to be showing up in the bottom half. And right about here, where those marks are, is where I'm going to put my land mass. I can always add a little something at the horizon, or what used to be the horizon. I kind of liked it at the time when I did it. It looked like moon glow, the sky. I'm hoping those lumps are not things that are pulling little tags along, aren't actually on my spatula. They kind of seem like they are, which I don't know what to do about right now, other than keep trying to remove them, imagining that they came off. I could definitely scrape down harder, which really would put a lot more paint on my spatula and allow me to put it over the top edge. which I might need to actually tip up to get to. And run my finger along. Oh, I got a drip or something. Let's see how this edge is doing. This edge doesn't have any paint on it. Fortunately, I have plenty of paint on my spatula. I really want to quick, like a bunny, make up some paint to put down in the center, because I don't want to have to come back for a last episode, but it might be inevitable and I have to go across again with a spatula no matter what. Maybe I'll just grab a clean spatula. Let's see if those little dots are in there. I much prefer the purple sky with the green. Anyway, let's see how I like that. I like that. I'm not unhappy with that a bit. I am unhappy with that right there. But I think this time I got it. I kind of want to put a little more Chantilly lace in and hope that it doesn't have any of those little tags. Put it in right so it has a chance to sort of match while the paint is still wet enough. Sometime I'm going to do this not on a horizontal and just mess around all over the place. Alright, so the question is, am I ready? The answer is not really. Come on, let me put something down. So I'm going to do it anyway. I have some Sassy Sprite here somewhere. Let me find it. Yes, that was the Fandango. If this will open, we can get some out. Whoops, that was not good. It's just ever so slightly different color, which is actually wonderful. And since everything else is dry, I'm assuming that I can tip this. But, wow, the Royal Sapphire closed itself right up. This has happened a bunch of times today. Come on out. And then I'll add some purple, which might be Deep Amethyst. I've got Indigo Violet. Where is the Deep Amethyst? I see it. So I have new palette knives, and I'm thinking that I might want to try one of them and do a swipe. But before I do that, I'm going to put a little bit more purple in there. And this time it's going to be plugged up again. This time is the Wild Orchid. Kind of want some gold in there too. I have gold in the bottom half. And it is like the rest. That's amazing. I've never had every single one of my baubles close up on me. One right after the other. Must be a special kind of moment. Come on. You can... My tweezers work okay trying to get in a temporary fix. Cleaning out the tip, but you really need to take the top off the bottle. I don't even know if this is going to work because I haven't done it before, and I kind of like it just the way it is, which is tough for me because I want a thinner palette knife. You know what? I have a thinner palette knife. I have this little thing. I'm not sure what to do with this, but it's just so compelling to try. And it might be the perfect tool. Who knows until you try, right? I was going to tip. I'm not so sure I'm going to do that anymore. I kind of want to scrape it off. And start again. I'm getting some good cells. I don't think I need that many. So this came in a multi-pack I got on my Amazon link. Thought I'd put islands in, but it looks more like it's mountains. I may go back again with some more cell activator. I don't mind it looking like there's layers and depth. Oh, there's even a beach over there. So I still could tip. I'm not sure I need to. I kind of like what I've got. But I don't have a ton of cells, so I am going to put a little more cell activator on. Go over here to this end. Although I like those colors a lot. And I like this whole scenario. And then all that's left after that is to maybe put a moon in the sky. But right now I'm not going to worry about that. Not at least for the next moment or so, until I'm done with what I'm doing. I like the residual colors that don't have cells just as much as I like the cells. And I suppose if I wanted to put a moon in, I could. Just putting little dots in, because then I'm going to try and mess with it with a skewer and create something that looks like it is coming out from behind clouds. Which I may or may not be able to do. But if I put a circle in to begin with, I can always drag my skewer through, I think. That was the Chantilly lace. Yeah, I gotta be careful. I just went outside my... I forgot the sky was wet for a second. Now I've got to move my moon over into that lump that I created. I might just need to put some more Chantilly lace down. But I don't suppose I really matter if it doesn't matter that much to me if it looks like... That's pretty cool. I just need something on the water. And I'm thinking that this little tool might be perfect if I can get it clean in time. Grab a little Chantilly lace. I'm going to put it right on my spatula. This may or may not work. All I'm doing is tapping the edge. Oh, in that case, I'm not tapping the edge. I better be careful. Looks like I could put a whole lot more than that. suppose tomorrow I could always add some more Chantilly lace to the moon since it's looking kind of purple. But that's okay. I kind of like the idea of a purple moon. And I can always sort of use a skewer, the rounded end of a paintball that's attached to a skewer, to create the look of craters in the moon. I could do this for a while. I don't want to get too technical about it. I don't want to have to do all the water, I just want to do a little bit right now. So if it looks different in the thumbnail, it means I decided to come back and add some more marks. I've done stuff with reflections on rock outcroppings and things, but I haven't done reflections on the water, and I think it's a good idea that I start. Although it might be a little late in the game. So, I should tell you guys before you're gone, there's a PayPal link under the video if you'd like to make a donation to help keep my channel here. And I would really appreciate that. If you'd like to become a member, it's $9.99 a month, of which I get a portion. And that helps me buy art supplies and keep coming back. Income is at an all-time low, so any help I get is appreciated thoroughly. So I'm not unhappy with that at all. And I've got 2 minutes to tell you guys. My email address is easpb and the word gallery spelled out at gmail.com. I might want some more Chantilly lace. I might want to just work on that until I'm happy with it. But Moonlight on the Water is definitely what this is. And I'm sure it'll be nice and sparkly tomorrow with the Chantilly lace. I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Thank you for your kind words and your comments. Questions are welcome. My community board is a great place to ask a question as well as in comments. I will get back to you. I always do. My Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links are all on my Linktree along with a couple of websites. And my Amazon link has 2 books on it because I can in Unlimited Possibilities. They're the first and the second 100 videos I made for YouTube about paint pouring. Kind of wish I just put some white down. Maybe my fork might have worked too. Anyway, it's not too bad. I kind of like it. And I love you guys. You inspire the heck out of me. I hope you come again. I post at 3:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Spring clothing is below the video. The Gallery, Society 6, Pixels.com, Fire Knit America can all have reproductions of my artworks as well as merchandise. I can add it to merchandise at those places. I do give lessons at the house in Spring Hill, Florida, and I do sell my artwork. And if you'd like to inquire, please use my email address. I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. I might refine those reflections on the water by adding a few more. And right now, assuming you're still here, you are still here, I will try and shimmer this at you, because it's as done as it needs to be. Yeah, it's got a nice glossy. I mean, you're going to be gone in a second. And I think I told you I love you already, so you're aware. I'll see you anon. Bye for now. Priscilla out. I'm going to just keep shimmering. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you anon. I said that twice. Bye.